This is Pat Riot Whitaker on behalf of Riff Relevant, and my guest is Chris Ojeda.
Yeah.
Ojeda. I've always wondered about how you pronounce your last name.
Ojeda.
Is it really?
Yep.
Is
the J's the H.
I have wondered that, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll just call you Hey then. No, no, OJ.
Okay.
Let's dive right in.
Okay.
The cicada tree.
Yeah.
It's out. Dropped yesterday.
Did.
On Metal Blade, and that's actually where we're at, your CD release party and everything. I've listened to the album. I've noticed a major progression, sound-wise, change in it. What would you attribute that to?
You know, I think we have an evolution that's went from the first album to here. You know, like Fundamental Component was a little more brash and stuff, and then we got to Serpents, and it was a little more involved, and then we've tried to change our game plan slightly over each album, but still retain the same core, you know, Byzantine fundamental sound. But I think from 2 releases to Resolve to this one, I think we just got a little more comfortable in our skin with the lineup we have, because the last album, it was new guitar player, new bass player, and this is both their second albums. So, and I really felt comfortable in the writing on this album. For some reason, it came really easy. And I thought there would be extra pressure from being on Metal Blade and having to hand the album to Brian Schlabel, you know, because that can make you nervous.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it kind of steeled my nerves, and I was like, I know what we need to give them. I know what it needs to be to make Metal Blade happy.
Yeah.
You know, even though they had absolutely zero influence on the music, but I wanted to make sure that we gave them something that they could sell to everybody.
Yeah, it's very multifaceted. I could see it appealing to a wide variety of metal fans.
Yeah, and the older I get, like tonight you won't hear it because my voice is shit tonight, but the older I get, the stronger my voice was getting, and I like to try to take it in different directions, and you know, the more varied my musical palette becomes. But it's like when we try to do the emotional ebb and flow, you've got to have the heavy stuff in there, and we're never gonna abandon that. That's always going to be there. But that soft stuff makes the heavy stuff even heavier.
That, to me, that's, the whole variety of different, like, you know, time changes and textures and things like that definitely playing to it. I noticed, like you're touching on a lot of progression or evolution in the vocal department on this album, especially a lot of territory that you all haven't really messed with a lot in the past. Yeah. Is that solely you, or are there other members now in the vocals?
Brian Henderson, our lead guitar player, he actually did, I'd say probably 3/4 of the backup vocals on this album. And then he sang 2 or 3 of the main vocal choruses on the album as well. So when we get to that point, you can hear that change. You know, it goes from the heavier to like a Megadeth-y type. And we thought that would be neat to introduce. He's such a good singer, I don't want to hold anybody back that's really good at what they're doing. And it just adds that extra card, you know, in our deck. And I personally, you know, the older I get, the more bored I become of listening to music that's just one emotion.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm writing music for myself, so I wanted to make myself happy first. And if I'm happy, then I think, you know, the fans could be too.
And Byzantine fans are diehards, man. I mean, they're all. I mean, you all have such a support base. To me, I'll be honest with you, I think you all are one of the biggest underdog bands in metal. That you all have never really gotten your respect and due that I think you're entitled to. But your fans, like I said, are just so diehard.
Yeah, I think they. I think, you know, people like to champion the underdog, and when you're fighting Apollo Creed for 17 years, you know, it's like, God, when are they going to get their break? So I think a lot of our fans that's been with us for a long time, they take it to heart, you know, and we also represent probably a lot of their portions of their life. You know, they might feel like the underdog. They never get a chance to be on the main stage. You know, like this this is my band.
Yeah, this is their voice.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Especially where we're all working class stiffs, you know. We all have regular day jobs, and people know that, and they know we're domesticated, and they're like, you know, if these guys make it, that means anybody can make it. So I think now when we're starting to, you know, get our head of steam going, people are really behind us.
That segues me into another question I had. I know, you know, on a lot of your all's albums, we're Appalachian boys, you know, country boys, or whatever you want to call us. There's been a lot of lyrical content dealing with our area's type issues. I mean, you all touched upon, of course, you know, opiate addictions, coal mining, and stuff like that. Do you feel that lyrically the message translates well to those people that are not necessarily familiar with our way of life here?
Well, I think it does. You know, because even the people live in other states that are not rural, people that live in more urban states, you know, they know history, and they can watch TV and see what goes on in certain areas. So a lot of our lyrics, I try to put it to where anybody from any area can kind of relate to it, but it definitely relates heavily to you know, the states around us. I think that's why we've got a really hardcore group of people around here, is we've got songs that might be dealing with coal mine wars, and somebody's grandpa was in the coal mines and they dig it, you know, or but the opioid and the pill addiction stuff, I think anybody can
It's sort of wide encompassing.
Yeah, it's definitely all encompassing. But then, you know, we've got songs where, you know, about every album I sing one song about alien intervention. There's a ton of people that dig that shit too. So we try to make our lyrics a little deeper, because if you take, if your lyrical content is really void of depth, then you're basically cutting one leg out from under your own band. You know, it's a huge facet. We focus on the lyrics a lot, because I get a lot of people write me and say, "Man, this line right here, it speaks to me." And even if they read it completely wrong, it spoke to them in some way.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
I like that.
A hypothetical thing, of course, looking back, if you could address your, say, Broadmoor EP era, 2003, or the Fundamental Component era version of yourself, what would you advise yourself?
Oh my God. Well, I would have said stop smoking cigarettes a long time ago. I would have said buy better gear immediately. I don't know how many stages we probably went on in front of Shadows Fall or Lamb of God, and we got a combo amp or something out there. It's like, oh my God, what we were doing. Yeah, but you know, when you're starting out early, you got to play what you can.
You got to work with what you got.
You got to work with what you got.
Yeah.
But I definitely would have put that in there. And also, I think I would have shook my younger self and said, whenever Oblivion Beckons come out, don't fucking quit. Because that 5-year hiatus where we quit, that put us back. You know, we had to do 2 full independent albums before anybody would even sniff us again. And that was 5 years of, you know, playing the half-empty venues.
Yeah, I hated like when 2008ish or so, whenever you all went on hiatus, man. I was like, you know, could this unfortunately be the end? Will we ever see them again? You know,
we thought it was going to be, and definitely the label was super mad at us, you know, Prosthetic, because they put all this money behind PR, and I just told them, like, we're breaking up the day it comes out, and they're like, so we just spent $40,000 and you're just going to flush it down the drain? Thanks. So I can see why they were. We burned some bridges, and it wasn't the smartest thing to do.
Live and learn. 2 words. Sacred Reich.
2 more.
Dude, holy shit,
holy
man.
shit.
Holy shit. How excited are you about that?
It's a bucket list. Definitely. Fuel Rind. I remember when I first started playing in my high school band, I was the bass player in the band. And our singer quit about 6 months into it, and I started singing and playing bass, and I was like, I've got to look at somebody who can do this, you know. And my 2 guys that I looked at when I was 19 years old as idols was Brad Divins from Rothschild America and Phil Ryan.
Dude.
That was my singing bass players.
I was living in Maryland there and going to Hammerjacks all the time and seeing, of course, Wrath, Child America, which eventually came Souls at Zero. Saw Sacred Reich with Sick of It All, Napalm Death, and Sepultura at Wilmer's Park, Maryland, man. Holy shit, life-changing, man.
Yeah, I'd say it was.
Yeah.
Violence imposed with max appearance.